Well, look, sticking with the rise of anti-Semitism and extremism, ASIO has warned today of the rise in extremist ideologies. ASIO and Australian Federal Police chiefs are asking teachers, parents and health professionals to help identify early signs of online-fuelled extremism due to what they're calling a shocking surge in youth radicalisation. Joining me now is Liberal MP Andrew Wallace. Andrew, thanks for joining me. They say that around 20% of ASIO's priority counter-terrorism cases now involve young people. What needs to be done here and what can be done?
Well, you know, things are very serious when all of the intelligence agencies of the Five Eyes are banding together and putting together a draft or a document together which identifies this as a problem across all Five Eyes countries, Canada, United States, New Zealand, Great Britain and Australia, where they are talking about the concerns of radicalisation of young people. Now, this report has identified that of all of the terrorist activity that has been counted in Australia over the last 12 months has been perpetrated by people under the age of 18, so minors. This is a great concern, and as Mike Burgess has said, it doesn't matter whether a person is young or whether they are old. If they're perpetrating terrorism activities, the result is the same. And what we've seen in Melbourne just this morning is an example of that. And can I say, Danica, look, I miss Michael Danby and I miss Mike Kelly. They have been absolute champions for the Jewish community, and what we are seeing is a dearth of Labor Party members sticking up for Israel. So it's great to hear them talking and supporting Israel and the Jewish community here in Australia, but I tell you what, we don't hear much of it from the Labor politicians at the moment.
No, and that is exactly the problem right now, Andrew Wallace. Now, before we let you go, Peter Dutton is set to reveal his costings for 7 government-backed nuclear plants as soon as next week. Of course, it's an energy election it's shaping up to be. But I've got to ask you, what can we expect? Can you give us anything?
Well, what I can tell you is that, as we've been saying for 3 years, Anthony Albanese has promised Australians now for 3 years that their power prices would come down by $275, and it's gone the other way. Australians are paying over $1,000 more for their electricity, and they are doing it tough. More Australians than ever, more Australian businesses than ever are on hardship payments. What we need, this folly of Chris Bowen's has been an utter and total failure. You know, he keeps talking about renewables as being the cheapest form of electricity. Well, why is everybody's power bills going through the roof? We need reliable, dispatchable power, and we'll do that by a use of gas. We'll continue to use coal until those facilities become unviable. But importantly, we'll be rolling out nuclear for the future of energy power production in Australia. You can't have reliable, dispatchable power when the sun's not shining and the wind's not blowing.
Yeah, that's very, very clear at the moment. Andrew Wallace, we will await those costings. Thank you very much for joining us.
Authorised by Andrew Wallace, LNP, Boccarina, Queensland.